Patton of Whitney, Texas, has been the victim of Black Lives Matter. At least that's what he claimed when he found his truck to be vandalized by members of Black Lives Matter. Now, he spoke to the local press in his area, and here's what he said. Vandals had spray painted Black Lives Matter and fuck your flag, your family, your feelings, your faith on his truck after he wrote Police Lives Matter on the vehicle's back window. Now, he reported this to the authorities, and the authorities, of course, are going to take some sort of evidence of the so-called damage that was done to his vehicle. After he did that, he went and talked to local media, and he showed that there was all this damage inside of his car, right? Someone ripped up the seats, they broke open the glove compartment, and, you know, they just completely damaged it, right? And then he went to GoFundMe and asked for help because his car was totaled and these terrible, terrible black activists did this terrible thing to his car. They need support so they can feel what they do, putting their lives on the line every day. He's referring to the cops here. It's the only truck we have, and because of this, it's totaled now. Cops realized that there was a huge discrepancy between the evidence that they had of the damage and the evidence that the local media had of the damage. It turns out that he got caught in the lie, and then he completely admitted that he was the one who damaged his own vehicle.
So this story is so telling in so many different ways. Number one, this is their perception of black people, black activists. They think, oh, what's a black person going to do? They're going to destroy my property, right? And they're going to take my stuff and they're going to destroy things. Now, ironically, he's the one destroying things, of course, right? It's like the old stereotype, oh, black people are violent, right? As we did slavery upon black people for hundreds of years, you're the violent ones, right? Mm-hmm. And so he spray paints his own car and says, yeah, you see how black people are? Right? And all these people across the country, this one person said, this is only $25 I have. It really pains me to give it to you, but I need to give it to you. And they don't finish that sentence, but basically to protect you against black people.
Yeah.
Right?
And he raised, by the way, over $5,000, $5,855 to be exact.
So Republican suckers or conservative suckers throughout the country are like, yeah, take my money. Oh, I can't believe what the blacks did to you, right? Now, let's look at the upside for a second, though. Look at the cops did the right thing here. So he pretended to be on the side of the cops, but the cops still noticed, hey, wait, there's something fishy here, right? Mm-hmm. That's some good detective work there. Like when we saw the car, there was nothing wrong with the glove compartment, right? Nothing had been slashed, and they bothered to look into it, and they bothered to expose this fraud, right? A lot of credit to the cops there. Nice job.
I love it. I love that there's been more and more positive news coming from cops because, look, this guy is making himself out to be some warrior for police, and it turns out that he's a huge liar who's trying to place the blame on a movement that's speaking out against police. So I love that the cops did the right investigation. They found the truth here. Yeah, and
so at the end of the day, this hick, unfortunately, it's kind of a funny story because bigotry is stupid and usually gives you evidence of that stupidity over and over. You leave well enough alone. Why'd you slash the seats, you idiot? The cops had already seen it without this seat slashed. What are you going to tell them? The black activist came back the next night?
So he told the cops that the reason why he caused more damage to the car after the fact was because of insurance reasons. So I'm guessing he was trying to scam insurance as well.
Of course.
Shady guy.
And then, of course, these are the same exact guys who will then turn around and say, you see, black people are criminals.
Yeah.
As you robbed $5,800 from fellow conservatives and plan to rob more from the insurance company.